Hi, hello, vanakkam, and welcome to yet another episode on Little Slaw YouTube channel. Today we will see about LoadRunner. So in our videos or in our channel, you were seeing about various videos on how to try with various correlation or parameterization or with various different variables, how to use some logical actions using various tools like LoadRunner or NeoLoad or JMeter. But before that, some of our subscribers have asked what is the advantage or why should I choose LoadRunner over JMeter or LoadRunner over NeoLoad, or why should I choose NeoLoad over LoadRunner or NeoLoad over JMeter. So in this series of videos I'm planning for taking you through 5 different top market performance testing tools. So in this first video, we will see about LoadRunner. So what are the advantages of LoadRunner and why should we have or why should we use LoadRunner, and what are the disadvantages of LoadRunner, because anything that comes with advantage is will also come with its own set of disadvantages. So with first we'll start with LoadRunner, and before we move on to the video, this is me, your Vasan Shanmugam. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe to our channel. So first let's start with LoadRunner. And when it comes with installation and when it comes with components, LoadRunner has LoadRunner needs a huge amount of space. It at least needs 2 to 3 gig or up to 5 gig of data of space to install, because LoadRunner comes with the Vugen where we create the script, and then it comes with the controller where we run the script, and then we have finally the analyzer where we analyzes the script. So first point, LoadRunner requires lot of gigs. So if you want to install LoadRunner, you must have a decent amount of space which it requires for it to installation. And when it comes to protocols, the second main point, so when it comes to protocols, LoadRunner has a huge set of protocols that it supports. So it supports .NET, it supports C, it supports Citrix, and I personally would prefer, if you are testing a Citrix application, I would prefer you to try Citrix using LoadRunner, because LoadRunners with Citrix integration is very good, and it has the application works fine with Citrix. And then we have Java, we have the FTP, the file transfer protocol, we have the internet messaging, we have the Kafka protocol support, which is the latest one which we require for most of the applications nowadays. So Kafka support, and then we have the LDAP, we have the MapHigh, the Microsoft Exchange, and then we have the ODBC, Oracle 2-tier, Oracle Web, Oracle NCA, and then we have this remote desktop protocol, the RDB protocol, and RTE in case if you want to test any of your mainframe applications. Again, I would say LoadRunner supports mainframe testing with the RTE protocol, and in fact it is very steady and robust when it deals with the mainframe protocol. And SAP, nowadays SAP is growing like fire, and anyone who wants to test their SAP application, SAP LoadRunner gives the SAP Web and SAP GUI support. And SAP, it works with both web and GUI. And then we have the Siebel testing, and then we have this true client testing, and then the basic web services and Windows sockets, and even we can use the web for API testing. So these many protocol supports are the main advantage of LoadRunner, and these many is not supported in any of the tools in the market. And then in fact this multiple protocol is yet another advantage, where you can have multiple protocols in your application. And again, this I would say LoadRunner tops in this, and LoadRunner is the only tool that has this advantage of having or using multiple protocols in for testing. And then when it comes to mobile and IoT, LoadRunner supports the True Client Mobile Web and True Client Native Mobile, and the web application for mobile and IoT applications, where it helps to emulate the communication between the browser and the web server. And then So these are some of the like popular servers. These are the uh, most commonly used protocols from the single protocol we can see here, and then the reason. So the next thing is, so before that, let's see who is owning LoadRunner. So LoadRunner was initially developed by Mercury, and then it was acquired by HP. And when HP was divided into hardware and software, the HP software team has owned Micro Focus, and then now, the LoadRunner, and now the LoadRunner is with Micro Focus, who has already Silk Performer with them. So currently, the LoadRunner is with Micro Focus, and in fact, LoadRunner has integrated it into all of its software platforms, and Micro Focus is growing it as a huge family of applications where you can integrate and where you can migrate most of your code from, and it has even developed a huge set of family tools in it. So, and what are the other advantages? So, LoadRunner gives a set of Git options now, so you can import your script from the remote repository in here, and then you can even create local repository, and any actions that you want to create use through your Git, you can do it. You can pull, you can push, and you can resolve conflicts. So this is another advantage where LoadRunner has in it. And then it supports the SOA tools. So when it comes to the maximum load, so it gives any number of load, but it again depends on the cost. Again, when it comes to cost, so this is supported by, or it has been provided by Micro Focus, as I already said. So Micro Focus gives it, and you get 24/7 support from Micro Focus, but it still needs a huge amount of money to do it in a professional environment. So is it easy, or it is hard to understand, or how hard it is to learn it, or how hard it is to use it? So I would say it is easy to start with very basic applications, with web applications and everything, but then it is quite hard, I would say, when it goes to complex applications. Say for example, you can see here a lot of functions which will help you to solve any difficult logics, but again, using this needs more of a training. So when it always comes with training, and if you have lots of hands-on in using all these functions, and this LoadRunner tool uses C language for developing, you can use C language, and that helps you to build, or that helps you to resolve difficult logics in the applications. So if you ask me whether it is easy or hard, I would say it is easy if you are just testing, or if you want to test only the basic applications, but the complexity increases when the application you test has more logics and more complexity. So next, SaaS model. So this LoadRunner also comes up with the SaaS model, that is software as a service model, where you can create the script and you can export it to the LoadRunner cloud, and you can do the load testing in here, and you can import all the assets in here. Even you can create scripts, and even if you have scripts in your views generator, you can upload it in here, and you can run the test. You have options to create the load tests, and you can export it to the analyzer and analyze the results, and you have options to monitor. You can set up monitors here. So you'll see that this particular cloud in a separate video, but so this cloud support, or is this SaaS option is only available in LoadRunner? No, this SaaS or the cloud option is also available with NeoLoad, where there is a lot of collaboration options is being added in there. You can the testers or the team of testers can view the results or the execution during its execution. So I would say in this part, LoadRunner and NeoLoad has the same level of competency. But then, so these are the options of LoadRunner. So the pros, I would say, or the advantages is the maximum support or the maximum support of protocol it has, the support from the Micro Focus team. So these are the advantages, and you have separate tool for generating scripts. For testing you have controller, and for analyzing you have analyzer, and you even can take advantage of the cloud support. So when it comes to disadvantages, the cost, it's not an open source, the cost is a blocker again, but you can handle it with the required amount of user load, and with that you can manage your budget. So when it comes to the difficulty, so very basic applications you can do it through record and replay, but when it comes to higher complex or higher difficult or with applications with high technologies, you might need to fix them through coding. So you have to do a little bit of coding which is required, and even I think that is supported by a set of, you can even get, or you can get it resolved through Stack Overflow, or even you can get it resolved through Micro Focus support. So that is from my end for LoadRunner. We will see with another interesting tool in our next video. Until then, it's bye bye from Ashish Shanmugam and Little's Law.